I tell you what I paint. I'm gonna paint a depiction. This is Star Wars and my favorite dad joke that makes my kids roll their eyes. And I would paint a depiction of this. I would paint Darth Vader marrying Ella Fitzgerald, and with a caption below um, that Ella Fitzgerald's name is now Elevator. That's my favorite dad joke. My kids hate that joke. You know, those of you listening, please don't turn us off. That'll be the last one.
No, wait, I
No,
almost
it
spit out.
cannot be that.
How come? Like you could be watching TV all night, doing things around the house, and somebody's taking out trash, and somebody's washing the dishes, and so doing your normal cleanup. You sit at the end of the night, you're watching a little Blue Bloods or whatever you like to watch on TV, and my wife's a big New Kids fan, so anything of Donnie Wahlberg, she's watching, and so anything like that, and you really haven't talked all night long, right? And then you're like, hey, what time you want to go to bed? Okay, Fallon's coming on. We
Which is
go, and all. And so you shut the TV off. You go into bed. You take your medicine. You brush your teeth, whatever. You lay down into bed, and you're about 75% asleep, and the wife wants to pop you 20 fucking questions.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Why does that happen? And so I'm like, well, when I think of a genius, what do you think of? You think of like a brain surgeon, like a rocket scientist, or so like those guys who work for NASA. Those guys are geniuses, right? Yeah, and now I got everybody like bobbing their head, right? And it's like, oh, okay, let's take a step further. Those guys who built the space shuttle, those guys are geniuses, right? Now you got everybody, they're like, dude, get to the point. They're like, well, that thing blew up twice, you know? I mean, here's my thing. If they don't like Unfiltered, they don't like Stupid History Minute, if they don't like Pedal Support, they don't like Sass and Sips, they don't like it, guess what? Don't fucking listen.
I'm
right.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every customer is your customer, or not every listener is your listener, and that's okay. Just move
Yeah.
on to the next podcast,
Yeah.
and it's okay. We're not
Right.
going to be hurt. We won't, and then you don't have to listen to us, and no one's feelings are hurt. But to listen to someone you don't like, just you can bitch,
Yeah.
it's a little
Right.
weird. I
Yeah.
think you need to get a little help
Because they
there.
used to do it like we're doing this seriously. We're making fun of these people like Walter Cronkite. This is Walter Cronkite.
Oh, yes.
That's why I always say, "Hey, I'm your host, Keb Pound," and then I end it with, "And I'm Keb Pound." That's why I do that. And but it's gotten a lot more. I won't say casual, but just a lot more of putting a little bit more of humor as it has gone on. And now I've gotten into such a groove to where when we do a recording session, which takes about 2 hours for the entire month. And we've got everything researched and all the copies written and all this good stuff. And it's not hard to write a copy. We basically have a template, and we have a list of buzzwords that people have told me that they hated that I put in every freaking episode.
That you put it in intentionally. Love
Oh
it.
yeah, one of them is beloved. It's in almost every episode.
It's
When we did that last January, the feedback that I got was like, "Man, this is not as easy as you make it out to be." Because, and I'm like, "No, it's not. Some of these things take 5, 6 takes." And then it's not like you can like edit it in the middle like you can this. You got to start over. And so sometimes you get to the last 3 words. That's why you need to read through it first. If anything's hard to pronounce, you need to sound it out,
Mhm.
you know? And
Enunciate.
yeah. And so, but when you're recording, you get to it, you're just like, oh man, I jacked that up. Let's start over. Well, a lot of people are like, dude, you need a blooper reel, because we know your vocabulary, we know how you can be. We know how
Okay, so when is
zero
that
to
coming out?
100 a year planned out of what we're doing.
Wow.
We're doing just random stuff in September. We're doing horror movies in October, and then we're going to do the history of airports in November. And I'm gonna wait till
Thanksgiving.
November to do that because some of those airports in the world are tough to pronounce.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait until, but he said, "Hey, go on TikTok, do that live," and people will just be coming and just ignore
That
them.
sounds
Just
fun. Yeah,
yeah.
but that
So
sounds fun.
when you write these things on a little program they developed a couple of years ago called Word, um, you could tell how many words they are, so you just kind of get it's actually good practice to for joke writing, because joke writing you don't want it to get wordy. You don't want it to get you want every word of a joke to hit. That
Mhm.
you need every word of that joke. And I didn't write this joke, but I'm going to tell it. And it's a good example of this is like we here in the South, we like our beer like we like our violence, domestic. You need every word of that joke. You take one word out, it doesn't work. You know, so you take one word out, it doesn't work. Again, I didn't write that joke. Uh, but you take one word out, it doesn't work. So
Okay.
yeah,
Uh, I thought it was gonna be something like we keep it all in the family, but okay, I like that one
yeah,
too.
Hey now.
you know.